Hello everyone, and welcome back to the center of the universe, and welcome back to the channel as well. It has been a long time since I last saw you all. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas, and maybe a happy new year? I don't know when this video is going up. We'll find out. Also, ignore the t-shirt. I know it's a strong statement, and I know probably in today's modern YouTube landscape, this will get me demonetized, but this is a comfy shirt. So, anyway, I'm not here today to plug my shirt. That isn't mine. I am here today instead to talk about a thing that we did last year on this channel, and we're going to do again. Today, the Center of the Universe will be talking about the 2019 Year-End Awards. We did the same for 2018. I believe it was almost 200 of you voted in those ones. And we are going to be doing it again this year. By the time I will have uploaded this video, you will see not only in the description but probably in the comments as well, just to make sure everything's clear and just to make sure anyone can click on it, there will be a link to a Google Docs forum, and that Google forum will contain the 2019 Year-End Awards, the bracket, the nominations, that's what I'm looking for, and the people who are nominated for them. I will go through every category that is up for nomination right now and who is being nominated in those category. The rule of if you're nominated one year, you won't be nominated the next is non-existent here. If you're nominated for something one year, you can be nominated for it the next year, as a number of people in this list have. I've tried to work it out at roughly 5 for every moment, or for every category. Some have less, and I think one has more. Anyway, this is pretty much all the video will be recapping. Any votes made in the comments below will not count. If you want to make your vote count, if you want to show that you have voted, you have to do it on the Google forum. Otherwise, I can't count it. I don't think you need a Google account, even though pretty much everyone watching this will have to have a Google account anyway. But in case not, I don't think you need a Google account, a Gmail account, or whatever to be able to vote. But on the safe side, if you are logged into your Gmail account, that'd be better. I can't see the Gmail accounts who have voted. It's all anonymous, so don't worry. If you vote someone I don't like, you're okay. Anyway, we're going to go through the rankings here. Some may surprise you more than others in terms of who's ended up in these categories, and I will try to explain them the best of my abilities. But before I do that, we might as well get into the swing of things. Don't know where I was going with that one. Anyway, the 2019 Year-End Awards begin, and I will go through the categories from the way I've written them, and which I think will also be the way that they'll show up on the Google Forms. I think some might be out of order compared to what I've said. I'm not 100% certain. Anyway, we're going to start things off. I have to look over to this monitor, so excuse me if I'm looking out of camera shot. We're going to start things off with the Superstar of the Year category, kicking things off big. The nominations are, and I'll be honest, about 4 of these will not surprise you: Seth Rollins, Kazuchika Okada, Roman Reigns, Johnny Gargano, and Brian Cage. Now, I don't know if I need to offer a description for why I've chosen Cage, but I will. Undefeated, dethroned Tyler Bate, NXT champion, never lost his title when he lost the belt, went to SmackDown, tore shit up, ruined sanity, still undefeated to this very day. Brian Cage, a machine for a reason. So those are the 5 who are nominated for Superstar of the Year. Of course, you can only vote for one of them in the Google form, only one. And I think you can only vote once as well, just to clarify that. We will move on, though, to the next category here. Women's Superstar, Women's Wrestler of the Year. The nominations are Tessa Blanchard, Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, Io Shirai, and Becky Lynch. Now, while Becky Lynch may have had a colder second half of the year, there is no forgetting the fact that this year she broke the record for the most women's title reigns in history of this universe with 4 of them. So that's why she belongs in the category for the Women's Wrestler of the Year. Tag Team of the Year is as follows: the Gorillas of Destiny, the DCC, the New Foundation, and the Dangerous Alliance. I don't believe there's any that I need to explain there. Maybe the omission of the Good Brothers, because they had their record-breaking 5th title reign, but it wasn't a good title reign, so sorry, Good Brothers. That's the way the cookie crumbles. We move on to Faction of the Year. There's only 3 up for nomination this year. The other factions either disbanded, didn't do as well, or in the case of the DCC, who are not in Faction of the Year, were better as a tag team than a faction. These are the following: The Originals, Trifecta, and the Clockwork Project. All 3 of those explain themselves for why they should be nominated. We move on now to a biggie that is not to do with nominating a person or a group, but nominating the match of the year. This was the hardest category to do because there were so many matches that I could have nominated. This could have been about 15, 20 matches, but we have limited we being me, has limited it down to just 5, and they are the following: Kazuchika Okada versus Corin at Extreme Rules, Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, Brian Cage versus Jeff Cobb at NXT TakeOver Chicago, Roman Reigns versus Hiroshi Tanahashi at Great Balls of Fire, and of course, Seth Rollins versus Johnny Gargano at SummerSlam. And that final match brings us on quite nicely to the moment of the year, surprise of the year, shocking moment of the year, whatever you want to call it. I've just gone with simple moment of the year. These are in the order that they happened, as it was with match of the year. Adam Cole wins the 2019 Royal Rumble. The Rainmaker returns at WrestleMania. The Miz steals the NXT title. Johnny Gargano dethrones Seth Rollins. LIJ is formed at No Way Out. And Walter ruins Kyle O'Reilly's moment. Those are 6, the biggest category that we have, and they are all up for nomination. Again, you can only vote for 1 from every category. Breakout Star of the Year is the next one, and these are the following. These are not for people who have debuted this year or anything like that. These are for people who may have already been in the universe but have had a stellar year that has put them on the map to be remembered and maybe to help them break out into a future star. The following 5 are up for the nomination: the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii; the Best Kept Secret, Buddy Murphy; the ECW Television Champion, John Cena; the Velveteen Dream; and finally, Rhea Ripley. That is a interesting 5, including the inclusion, of course, of Miss Ripley, but that is the 5 for Breakout Star of the Year. Now we move on to a different kind of award, but similar in the same way: Comeback of the Year. These are the superstars who were on the verge of having, or maybe on the verge of being released, or just stuck in limbo on a certain brand, but burst out from the seams and have ended the year or gone through the year in incredibly strong fashion and had a great moment to remember maybe, or had a great series of things that have happened to them. The nominees are the following: The Miz, Christian, Tetsuya Naito, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roman Reigns. Now, there are only 2 awards left to go through here, and these involve the overarching things. I don't know where I was going with that one, but these involves the shows and the brands. So first, Show of the Year. This is the best pay-per-view event of the year. Again, this one was tough to settle down to 5, but 5 have been chosen, and they are going to be read out in the order that they happened: WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, Great Balls of Fire, Elimination Chamber, and SummerSlam. What a middle of the year we had, eh? 4 even of the pay-per-views happening within about 2 months of each other. That's good stuff. Now we move on to the final award for nomination here in the year-end awards, and they are the following: the Brand of the Year. Of course, the best brand all around, year in, year out. This time last year, ECW ran away with it. Will it do the same again this year? We'll find out. The nominees, of course, are Raw, SmackDown, ECW, and the now defunct NXT. The votings are open, and they will be open until the end of January, the 1st of February at midnight. Votings will close. I will not be accepting any more forms, and we will close the votes right there. And the awards ceremony thing will be up hopefully by the end of February, so you have the entirety of January, I imagine, to get your votes in. Remember, you can only vote once unless you have a spare Gmail account, in which case, nice, good, sly moves there, tactical voting, and I've also just commended a tactical voting. Oh well, you have the opportunity to vote once on one account, but if you have another account, I think you can vote more than once. I don't know. I'm not going to be voting, of course, or will I? Last year we had nearly 200 voting. Let's see if we can go for 300? Let's try and be ambitious. Anyway, that'll be the end of this episode of the Center Universe. Just getting out the fact that that the awards are open. Get your votes in, and you never know, your vote could shift the tide from your person who you voted for being second or winning. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, and you won't know unless you vote. Also, in terms of videos, we are back on Friday with ECW. Yes, I'm back, full-time, no excuses. The train keeps on rolling, and it returns with a stop at ECW. That ends this episode of Center Universe. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you have a happy New Year's as well. And remember, get your votes in. The sooner, the better. that ends this. Thank you guys very much for watching. Take care, guys. And Sarah.